Hello everyone, welcome back to NREVU, the show where I review TV shows, documentaries, trending topics, and more. Today, unfortunately, coming back with another story about a confrontation between a teacher and a student. This one occurring in Baltimore, Maryland. Take a look.
Daniel, what was you talking about? Daniel, don't fucking get smart with me.
I didn't get
straight up.
Daniel, I thought she said that.
This clip is very short, so we weren't really clear as to what precipitated the confrontation, but further research reveals a little bit of information about the student and also why the student felt they need to lash out at the teacher. Now, I was not able to identify the teacher, but I did identify the student. I'm not mentioning the student's name here because the student has already received multiple death threats. Now, it seems as if the student had just moved back to Baltimore and was trying to make a new start, earn their diploma. Sadly, that's going to be derailed based on their own actions. Now, here's a clip from Snapchat where the student talks about why they felt they needed to attack the teacher.
Y'all see that video? I don't give a fuck how small she is. She shouldn't have said she was going to tase me, fuck.
So that's a very brief clip, but the student was saying that the teacher had threatened to tase them, and that's why they attacked the teacher. I think what we're struggling with right now is teaching children the balance between confronting authority and respecting authority. We certainly want to teach children to confront authority and not to cover up abuse or corruption or do something illegal or immoral. But at the same time, we have to teach them that just because an authoritative figure asks you to do something you don't want to do doesn't mean you get to react violently, and doesn't necessarily mean that that's a case for confrontation. I also went through a rebellious stage where I talked back to teachers and in general did not want to listen to authority, but I had a parent that was willing to align with administrators to implement discipline. So if I was being disciplined at school, I was also being disciplined at home. And that really helped me to get through that stage while learning appropriate boundaries. So I don't think we should expect kids not to go through that phase, but we should make sure that there are boundaries in place so they learn that there are consequences to their actions and that no matter where you go, you always have a boss and you always have to follow rules. Now, an update about Marston Riley, the teacher from LA that was arrested after punching a student. Marston has been receiving a lot of support. In fact, it was a colleague who actually started his GoFundMe page, which is now well over its goal. He also has been getting support from students, current and former as well. He has a short video on his GoFundMe page. I'm not going to play the whole video, but he's basically just calling it a blessing and saying thank you to those that are supporting him. So it is really interesting to see that students and other parents and former colleagues and current colleagues are taking his side. It's very controversial. Many people still believe that Mr. Riley was completely wrong for putting his hands on a student, but others believe that the student just went too far with the racial epithets and the throwing of the basketball. Additionally, a little bit of follow-up on that alleged previous incident. Remember, I showed you guys how there were a group of students that were beating up somebody and all we could see was the lower half of that person's body. Well, this clip that's been posted by the news pretty much confirms that person was Mr. Riley. Take a look at this clip.
This weekend, another video surfaced of what appears to be Riley in another altercation. But several former students told us Riley got jumped by kids on campus in the past.
He tried to break down a fight, and then the kid stalked him, so he had to defend himself.
These two incidents have sparked a discussion about discipline in homes and in schools. We cannot give teachers carte blanche to beat up on students. At the same time, we cannot allow students to beat up on teachers. We need to pay teachers more and we need to improve working conditions for teachers while at the same time protecting students. Everyone agrees that teachers deserve respect, but how do we start creating policies that give it to them while also protecting students in the classroom? I'm interested to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching.